everybody, my name is Daisy and today I've got a little story for you. It's called When Loved Ones Are Near. When the days are short and the nights are colder, as the sunshine goes and the frost gets bolder, I like to sit at my window with a cup of tea, looking out at the garden and thinking of Bee. I knew her as Granny, but Bee, she was named, a woman of surprises who couldn't be tamed. I remember one Christmas we were playing charades. It was Gran's turn to go, and she pulled out a card. She put on her glasses, read it, then paused, said, "Ah, I've got it," then got on all fours. We waited for a while to see what she'd do. She stayed perfectly still. We didn't have a clue. Finally, "What are you doing?" we all said in a chorus. She looked at us crossly. "Darlings, I'm being a brontosaurus." But I remember one birthday when I just turned 8 and licked the last crumbs of cake from my plate. Gran gave me a present wrapped up in a bow, nudged me and winked. "Go on, darling, off you go." I tore off the paper and pulled out the present, a book with a picture of a large pheasant. "Thanks, Gran," I said, feeling a little confused. "Open it up," she replied. "Give it a peruse." The book was heavy and crammed full of words. Then I read the title, An Explorer's Guide to Birds. I didn't understand. Was this really for me? I thought I was getting a PlayStation 3. I tried to smile to hide my regret, but then she said something I'll never forget. She leaned in close and whispered in my ear, "Because robins appear when loved ones are near." I didn't understand at the time, which seemed a pity, but years later, when I lived in the city, and bored all the time from staying at home with nothing to do, with being all alone, I was clearing out a cupboard above my bed when something heavy fell out and bonked my head. Ow! Rubbing my forehead, I suddenly spied what had hit me so hard, the Bird Spotter's Guide. So I opened the pages when I had recovered and found a whole world yet to be discovered. Now, we don't notice birds when we're walking around, when they're in trees, in fields, flying high above ground. But they're also different, and each kind is special, from the tiny brown wren to the mighty kestrel. Goldfinches are lucky, but they're hardly ever seen. Tits are blue and yellow, so their babies are green. The parakeets of London are really special to see, because how they got there is still a mystery. If a blackbird is black, it means it's a boy. Seeing one magpie means sorrow, but seeing two means joy. Every day I would watch from my window with glee at all of the marvellous birds I could see. I spotted nuthatches, woodpeckers, once a gold crest, till there was one left to find, the bird with the red breast. I stared for hours, but not a one to be found, not a single robin, in the air, on the ground. I put out my hand to close the shutter when I stopped at the sound of the tiniest flutter. I felt something land, round, fluffy and fat. Looked down at my palm, and there it sat. I looked at the robin, and as it looked at me, I saw someone else in its eyes, my grandmother be. From finger to thumb, it hopped off and on, cocked its head, spread its wings, then it was gone. Now the days are short, and the nights are colder. Now the sunshine's gone, and the frost is bolder. If you feel something playing on your mind, take a look out your window, see what birds you can find. A swallow in the sky, a wood pigeon flittering, a crow on the fence, a warbler twittering. But if you see a robin, the most precious of all, then you found something special, because, after all, if a robin happens to appear, whatever the season, the day or the year, you know someone's thinking of you so dear, because robins appear when loved ones are near. Thank you very much for listening to the story. See you later. Bye-bye.